Welcome to the Afterspin. Opinions from thought leaders in our state. John Hood, it's commonly believed that voters vote their pocketbooks. So the question in North Carolina is, how have GOP policies affected the state's economy? Some say it's too early to tell. What do you say?
Depends on the policies. Those things that were done in 2013 are unlikely to have had much of an effect because there just isn't enough time for them to have had much of an effect. We're not even a full year into the implementation of most of those policies, whether it be the tax reform bill or anything else. But the policies enacted in 2011 and 2012 certainly have had more time to be implemented and to have some effect. And since the middle of 2011, when the Republicans first passed a budget and taxes came down some and they did regulatory reform and some other things, North Carolina's economy, by all the standard measures, has outperformed the nation and the Southeast average in every southeastern state, with the one exception, which would be Florida. In job creation, unemployment's dropping, the overall index of all these things, GDP growth, all of these measures, North Carolina's done a little better or a lot more than a little bit better. That's all you can say. Republicans shouldn't be saying that's the end of the story because we still got to give it some time. Democrats that deny the economic progress of North Carolina since 2011 are simply arguing with the math.
So how does the public react to that? I mean, how does John Q. and Jane Public on the streets in North Carolina?
Well, the public is still very pessimistic about the economy in general for the nation and for North Carolina, and they have a right to be. This has been a very weak recovery by historical standards. This is not a North Carolina story. This is a national story. So North Carolina may be doing better than the rest of the country, the rest of the region, but the country as a whole, the region as a whole, is not doing nearly as well as we usually do after a recession, and that is something people deserve to be pessimistic about.
Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. More video all during the week on ncspin.com.